Did you think I was a fool for being so ambitious? That I was just like all the other cocky young punks, trying desperately to do the impossible?
You may feel depressed. And what will you do about that? The depression, when it's there, is the you of the time. And if you try to get out of it by some sort of distraction, you won't really do anything except cover up the dirt with white paint. You don't know what's going to happen next. There's the world around you. There's your breath breathing still, your eyes looking still, your ears hearing still. All that's going on. There's nothing left for you to do but watch it. And you have become inwardly rather quiet just because you're worn out. There's nothing to do. And you realize that all escapes lead back to the thing you were running away from. Detours, 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 but they always get shorter. And you get back to where you started. When this sort of defeat of all enterprises and ideals and aspirations occurs, you find yourself naturally, and not in an affected or forced way, in the contemplative state, where you're just watching what goes on. And so you watch your thoughts as if they were the ticking of a clock, or birds chattering outside the window, or water falling, and they just chatter on. And life does its thing.
Can I stay a while? I gotta rest, sleep.
The thoughts, because they're just chatter, begin to go away. The past has disappeared, because you know it's just memory. The future has disappeared because it hasn't happened. Never does, tomorrow never comes. There is no tomorrow. How does your head look to your eyes? It looks like what you see out in front of you. Because all that you see out in front of you is how you feel inside your head. Why do you feel so heavy? It isn't just a matter of gravitation and weight. Who is it that carries this corpse around? I feel I'm just dragging myself around. My body is a burden to me. To whom? And when there is nobody left for whom the body can be a burden, the body isn't a burden. So long as you fight it, it is. And you see where that could lead to. And that is what we call anxiety.
Did we make the wrong decision after all? I can't seem to remember when things started to take a turn for the worse.
No amount of anxiety makes any difference to anything that's going to happen. The worst is going to happen. You're all going to die. And don't just put it off in the back of your mind and say, I'll consider that later. It's the most important thing to consider now. Because it enables you, it is the mercy of nature. Because it's going to enable you to let go. And not defend yourself all the time. Waste all energies in self-defense. So then, if you awaken from this illusion, and you understand that black implies white, Self implies other. Life implies death, or shall I say, death implies life. You can feel yourself not as a stranger in the world, not as something here on probation, not as something that has arrived here by fluke, but you can begin to feel your own existence as absolutely fundamental. What you are basically, deep, deep down, far, far in, is simply the fabric and structure of existence itself. As if you play life on the supposition that you're a helpless little puppet that got involved, or if you played on the supposition that it's a frightful, serious risk and that we really ought to do something about it and so on, it's a drag. There's no point in going on living unless we make the assumption that the situation of life is optimal. That really and truly we are all in the state of total bliss and delight. You play non-bliss in order to be able to experience bliss. And you can go as far out as non-bliss as you want to go. And when you wake up, it'll be great. And that's just like black and white. You don't know black unless you know white. You don't know white unless you know black. This is simply fundamental. And when you're ready to wake up, you're going to wake up. And if you're not ready, you're going to stay pretending that you're just a little, poor little me. You are ready to wake up.
It is, moreover, only in the state of complete abandonment and loneliness that we experience the helpful powers of our own natures.